Students, I hope everyone is staying at home. Be at home and be safe. So then coming to our lesson. So in the previous class we have learned polynomials. So definition of polynomial. What is mean by polynomial? An algebraic expression which is consisting of variables with non-negative integral powers is called polynomial. That means so every power should be positive only, and integers. Do you know integers? Positive integers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Okay. No negative integers, no rational numbers. Okay. Only positive integral numbers. Next, degree of a polynomial. So what is meant by degree here? So the highest power of a variable is known as degree of a polynomial. Next, types of polynomials based on their degree. So according to their degree, we have classified polynomials on four types. So first one, linear polynomial. So if any polynomial which is having degree as 1, that polynomial is known as linear polynomial. Next, quadratic polynomial. Any polynomial which is having degree as 2, then those polynomial is known as quadratic polynomial. Next, cubic polynomial. Any polynomial which is having degree as 3, then those polynomial is known as cubic polynomial. Next, biquadratic polynomial. If any polynomial which is having degree as 4, then we can say it is a biquadratic polynomial. And yesterday we have learned value of a polynomial. All of you know how to find the value of a polynomial. And today we are going to discuss about zeros of a polynomial. Somewhat this topic is related to value of a polynomial. So what is the definition of zeros of a polynomial? Let me explain. A real number means by any number. It may be a rational, it may be a irrational, whole numbers, natural numbers and integers. It may be any number. K is said to be a zero of a polynomial P of x if P of k is equals to 0. See, I have underlined the statement here because in the place of x in a polynomial P of x, okay, in a polynomial P of x, in the place of x I am replacing with k. K is what here? Real number. So everywhere I am substituting the k value in the place of x. If I get the whole polynomial value as equals to 0, then I can say k is a real number, k is a zero of a given polynomial. Once again I am repeating here. Listen students. So k is a any real number. Okay, k is a any real number. So for polynomial P of x, if we substitute k value in the place of x, if I get whole polynomial value is equals to 0, then only, okay, whole polynomial value it should be equal to 0. Then only I can say that k is a zero of the given polynomial. So for example, what are the values of P of x? Polynomial which is involving the variable x, that is equals to x square minus 5x plus 6 at 0, 1, 2 and 3. So here he is asking us to find the values of this polynomial at 0, at 1, at 2 and at last 3. So see for solution. So first you write given polynomial. Okay, what is the given polynomial here? P of x is equals to x square minus 5x plus 6. So here what I am doing, in the place of x, I am substituting 0 number. Okay. So we put x is equals to 0. So P of 0. This means what? In the place of x, I am writing it as 0. So if I substitute 0, 0 square minus 5 into 0 plus 6. So 0 square mean by 0 into 0, 0 only, minus 5 into 0, 0 into anything will be equals to 0 only. So 0 plus 6. So 0 minus 0, 0, 0 plus 6, 6. Next, if we put x is equals to 1, then p of 1 is equals to 1 square minus 5 into 1 plus 6. Here just I am substituting one value in the place of x. 1 square mean by 1 into 1, 1 minus 5 into 1, 5 plus 6. First add positive numbers. 1 plus 6, 7, 7 minus 5, 2. Next, if we put x is equals to 2, so p of 2 is equals to 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6. 2 square mean by 4 minus 5 2s are 10 plus 6. So then first add positive numbers. 4 plus 6, 10 minus 10. So 10 minus 10 will be equals to 0. Next, if we put x value as 3, so p of 3 is equals to 3 square minus 5 into 3 plus 6. So that is equals to 3 square mean by 9, 5 3s are 15 plus 6. So 9 plus 6, first add positive numbers. 9 plus 6, 15 minus 15. So 15 minus 15, 0. So in above all the four cases, what did you observe here? Okay, so in the first two cases, we are not getting the whole polynomial value as 0. Okay, so that's why these two are not zeros. So these two are not zeros. Then what are the zeros? Wherever we get the whole polynomial value as 0, so then we can say those two values are zeros of a polynomial. See, in the third case and fourth case, in both the cases, you got the whole polynomial value as 0. But which value we have substituted here? K value. So that is 2 and 3. So finally we can say, so here we see that P of 2, when we substitute the 2 number in the whole polynomial, we got the value as 0. When we have substituted 3 number in the whole polynomial, we got the value as 0. So then we can say, we can conclude it, 2 and 3 are called zeros of the polynomial P of x is equals to x square minus 5x plus 6. We will move to exercise 3.1. So in the first bit, in P of x is equals to 5x to the power of 7 minus 6x to the power of 5 plus 7x minus 6. This is the given polynomial. So in this polynomial, we have to identify, first question, what is the coefficient of x to the power of 5? So actually, what is meant by coefficient? So in the given polynomial, observe where do we have the variables x and to the power of 5. So here we have x to the power of 5. Okay. So most of us will say answer is 6. Okay, but that is not correct. So we have to add sign also. So that is what? Minus 6. Okay, so minus x is a multiplier of x to the power of 5. So minus 6 is known as coefficient of x to the power of 5. Okay, so whatever it is asking for coefficient, we should go for multiplier, and also we should consider its sign. So that is minus 6. Next, second question, degree of P of x. P of x mean by, so whatever he has given the polynomial which is involving the variable x, for that we have to find the degree. So what is mean by degree? All of you know very well. So that is the highest power of a variable is known as degree. In the given polynomial, which variable is involving? X variable. Very good. So x variable is involving here. So what is the power? So here we have the power as 7. Here the power is 5. Here the power is 1. So which is the highest one? So obviously 7 is the highest one. So we can say degree of given polynomial which is involving the variable x is 7. Okay. Next, constant term. Constant term mean by the term which is not involving in the variable x. So here in the given polynomial, which term has no x term here? So here obviously minus 6 does not involving any variable here. So that's why minus 6 is known as constant term. Okay. Next, we're going to second question. Here he has given 5 statements. So we have to identify those given statements are true or false. If it is true, give reason. If it is false, and also give reason. Okay. So what is the first statement? The degree of the polynomial. So polynomial is here. Root 2 into x square minus 3x plus 1 is root 2. So what he is telling us? So for this polynomial, the highest power is root 2. Is it correct statement? Okay. So is it true or false? We have to identify. So to identify the degree, we should know what is meant by degree. So what is the meaning of degree here? So the highest power of a variable is known as degree, but not coefficient. We are not talking about coefficient here. Okay. So this is the variable x. Here also we have x. Okay, only 2 terms. So here x is having power as 2. Here x is having power as 1. In this 2 and 1, which is the highest one? 2 is the highest. So we can say 2 is the degree of the given polynomial. Okay. So the statement is first answer is false. Okay. Because here the highest power is 2. Okay. Therefore degree also 2. Then what is root 2 there? Root 2 is a coefficient of x square. Okay. So actually the degree is 2, but if given wrong, that is root 2 has given. Next, going to second question. The coefficient of x square in the polynomial p of x is equals to 3x cube minus 4x square plus 5x plus 7 is 2. So what is asking here? For his given polynomial, okay, he is asking the coefficient of x square. So just now we have discussed about the coefficient. What is the coefficient? Multiplier of x square. Okay, so identify here. So in the given question, where do we have x square term? So here. Okay. So for x square term, which term is multiplying here? Minus 4. So we can say minus 4 is the coefficient of x square. But what he has given? 2 he has given. Is it correct statement then? No, wrong. So we can write it as false because so minus 4 is the coefficient of x square. But not 2. Okay. Next, the degree of a constant term is 0. So what is mean by constant term? So constant term mean by just number, any number. For example, I am taking it as 6. So for this, what is the degree? Sir, for degree we will calculate only for variable, sir. Here variable only not there. So how can we find the degree? Yes, very good question. So this is the 6. We can write the 6 as 6 into 1. Okay, can we write 6 into 1? Yes. So 1 we can write it as 6 into, suppose I am taking variable x to the power of 0. According to the laws of exponents. Already you know laws of exponents, we come across in 7th class and 8th class. So if I write anything to the power of 0, the value is 1. So 6 we can write as 6 into 1, 6 into x to the power of 0. Here, this is a constant term. So what is the degree here? So we have one variable x also. What is the degree? 0. Is it correct statement then? Yes, correct. So true. For example, Okay, true. 6 is equal to 6 into 1. You can write it as 6 into x to the power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 is known as 1 only. So this law I am using from laws of exponents. Next one, fourth question. 1 by x square minus 5x plus 6 is a quadratic polynomial. So already we discussed about the definition. What is mean by quadratic polynomial? Okay, so can you tell me the quadratic polynomial definition? Yes. So quadratic polynomial is what? An algebraic expression. Algebraic expression mean by which is involving the variables x and some constant terms. So this is an algebraic expression only. So an algebraic expression which is involving the variables and with a non-negative integral powers. So it has positive power only, then it is a quadratic polynomial. No. So generally, for example, if we have 1 by x, how will you write? So we can write it as x to the power of minus 1. When the x is in the denominator, if it go to the numerator, it will become x to the power of minus 1. Here, what is the power? So power is in negative. So then is it a polynomial? No. In the same way, 1 by x square minus 5x plus 6. This is in the denominator form. If it goes to the numerator, it will be x square minus 5x plus 6 and whole to the power of minus 1. Okay, so this minus will be applicable for all these three terms. So all the terms will be in the negative power. So it is not a polynomial because power is in negative. So that's why it is not a polynomial. Next, coming to the fifth question. The degree of a polynomial is one more than the number of terms in it. Okay, so what is telling us? So the degree of a polynomial is one more than the number of terms in it. So is it correct statement or not? So let me check solution. So for example, x to the power of 5 plus 6. X to the power of 5 plus 6. So according to our knowledge, what is the degree of this equation polynomial? 5. Obviously, so the degree will be equals to 5. But according to this statement, what is telling us? One more than the number of terms in it. So here, how many terms are involving? So x to the power of 5, 1 term. 6 is 1 term. So total how many terms? 2 terms. So total number of terms. So total number of terms is equals to how many? 2. But what is telling? 1 more than. So 1 more than means 1 plus 2 only. So that is equals to 3. So is it the degree is equals to 3 here? No. So this statement is wrong. So it is a false statement. Okay. So degree is based on highest power, but not number of terms. Okay, degree is based on highest power but not number of terms. So that's why this statement is false. If P of t is equals to t cube minus 1. So this is the given polynomial which is involving the variable t, not x here. The variable is what? T. So find the values of P of 1, P of minus 1, P of 0, P of 2 and P of minus 2. Here he is not asking about the zeros, only is asking about values. So that means what you have to do? Just substitute the given values. Okay. So first write given polynomial. What is given polynomial? So given polynomial, so which is involving in the variable t is equals to t cube minus 1. So then first is what? P of 1. So if we put so x is equal t is equals to 1. So P of 1 is equals to 1 cube minus 1. So 1 cube mean by we have to multiply 1 3 times. 1 into 1 into 1, 1 only. Obviously 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1 how much? 0. Next, if we put t is equals to minus 1. So t is equals to minus 1 mean by p of minus 1. That is equals to minus 1 whole cube minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. Minus into minus plus, plus into minus, minus. 1 into 1 into 1, 1. So minus 1 and this minus 1. Minus 1 how much? Minus 2. When we have this, both the same signs, we have to add them. Okay. So minus 1 minus 1. So minus 1 plus minus 1 mean by minus 2. Next, we put t is equals to 0. So we can write it as p of 0 is equals to 0 cube minus 1. So 0 cube mean by we have to multiply 0 3 times. 0 into 0 into 0. Obviously 0. Then minus 1. 0 minus 1. How much? Minus 1. Next we put t is equals to 2. That is equals to p of 2. So 2 cube minus 1. 2 cube mean by 2 into 2 into 2 minus 1. So 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 minus 1, that is equals to 7. Next we put, so t is equals to minus 2. So p of minus 2 is equals to minus 2 whole cube and minus 1. So that is equals to minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 and minus 1. So first multiply signs. Minus into minus plus, plus into minus, minus 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, minus 8, then you write minus 1. So when we have both the same signs, we have to add them. So minus 8 minus 1 how much? Minus 9. So all these are the values of the given polynomial. No need to find the zeros here. Okay. So then finally you write it here. P of 1 is equal to how much? P of 1? 0. And P of minus 1? Minus 2. Then P of 0? Minus 1. P of 2? 7. And P of minus 2 is equals to minus 1. These are the values for the given polynomial. Okay, do you understand? Next, we'll go for fourth question. What is the fourth one? Just read. Check whether minus 2 and 2 are the zeros of the polynomial x to the power of 4 minus 16. So here you should understand the question. What is asking? He has given one polynomial. What is that? So given polynomial is what? So P of here, which variable is involving here? X. So that's why I am writing P of x. Polynomial which is involving the variable x. That is equals to x to the power of 4 minus 16. So for this polynomial we have to check whether minus 2 and 2 are the zeros or not. So what is meant by zeros? If I substitute the given values in the place of x, if I get whole polynomial value will be equals to 0, then I can say that minus 2 and 2 are the zeros of the given polynomial. So let me check first. So if we put x is equals to minus 2 first, I am substituting here, it's in the place of x. So therefore P of minus 2 is equals to minus 2 whole to the power of 4 minus 16. So minus 2 whole to the power of 4 mean by we have to multiply minus 2 4 times. First to multiply the signs. Minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus, minus into minus plus. Okay, did you understand? Next, 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 into 2 16. So plus 16 minus 16. How much? Plus 16 minus 16, 0. So P of minus 2 is equals to 0. Then let me check for x is equals to 2. So P of 2 is equals to 2 to the power of 4 minus 16. So 2 to the power of 4 means we have to multiply 2 4 times. So 2 into 2 how much? 4. 4 into 2 8. 8 into 2 16. So 16 minus 16 how much? 0. So are we getting whole polynomial value is equal to 0? Yes. So that's why what we can say, what we can conclude here, minus 2 and 2 are the zeros of given polynomial. Why? Why? Because we are getting the whole value of the polynomial is equal to 0. That's why we can say minus 2 and 2 are the zeros. So therefore minus 2 and 2 are the zeros of the polynomial x to the power of 4 minus 16. Fifth question, check whether 3 and minus 2 are the zeros of the polynomial p of x when p of x is equals to x square minus x minus x. So this is the fifth question, same like fourth one, previous one. Okay. So here he has given one polynomial for us. In this polynomial we have to substitute the given values 3 and minus 2. If I substitute 3 number in the given polynomial, if I get whole value of the polynomial will be 0, then I can say 3 is the 0 of the given polynomial. In the same way, minus 2. If I substitute minus 2 in the place of x, so when I get the whole polynomial value as 0, then I can say minus 2 is also 0 of the given polynomial. So for that we have to check. Okay. So for we put x is equals to 3 in the place of x. In the place of x, what we are substituting here? 3. So x square mean by 3 square minus x mean by 3 minus 6. So 3 square. So 3 square mean by 3 into 3, 9 minus 3 minus 6. If you observe, both are negative terms. Okay. So first add them. Minus 3 minus 6 minus 9. So minus plus 9 and minus 10 both will be equals to 0. So when I substituted 3 number in the given polynomial, the whole polynomial value is equals to 0. Then I can say 3 is a 0 of the given polynomial. And next one, we put x is equals to minus 2. So p of minus 2 is equals to minus 2 whole square minus, and what is the x value? X value is also minus 2. Some of you will write only one minus. Okay, you have to write both the minuses. First minus is what in the question itself he has given, and what is the next one? X value is minus 2. Minus 6. Okay, so p of minus 2 is equals to minus 2 whole square. Minus 2 into minus 2. Then minus into minus plus 2 minus 6. So minus into minus plus 2 into 2 4 plus 2 minus 6. Plus 4 plus 2 how much? 6. Next minus 6. 6 minus 6 how much? 0. So here also when I substituted minus 2 value in the given polynomial, the whole value of the polynomial will be equals to 0. So finally I can say 3 and minus 2 are the zeros of polynomial p of x is equals to x square minus x minus 6. Okay.